Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to give a quick update on our in-ground garden that we've been building up for the last couple of weeks. We did our 6 rows. Thank you. We did our 6 rows, and this garden is huge for us. We do have a few garden beds. We have a big raised bed, and then we have 3 regular sized, I want to say about maybe 3 by 8 or 3 by 9, something like that. And we have tomatoes in one, we have onions in one, and then we have cabbage and peas in the other. I'll show that here in a little bit. And then I have a beefsteak tomato in a grow pot. I have some peas, and then I have some stuff on the trellis. But what I wanted to focus on, thank you. What I wanted to focus on was showing you guys the in-ground garden. And here we are. Like I said, this is huge. I think it's probably 20 or 24 feet by 100. And so I have some asparagus beans or yard-long beans here. This trellis is kind of tilting sideways. There. Oop. What is going on, buddy? Okay, well, here we go. And then I have, this is an early fortune cucumber, so is that one. And then I just put a cantaloupe in the middle just for now. But what we were doing is getting some compost, and then we have wood mulch here on the ground from a few of the trees that we cut down, and then we've just been mulching with grass clippings. Now the grass clippings, Chandler will mow the yard and then put it out near the compost, and then it'll be drying up, and once it dries a little bit we end up putting it on the rows. And so I have 4 ground cherries that I had gotten from the nursery from my school, I want to say last month. And so I already put those in the ground. They were already started, and I'll show you real quick. So some flea bugs got to it, and I sprayed some spinosad on there and then some neem oil, but you can see it's trying to make a comeback. So that one was affected. This one wasn't affected so much, and then this one was like ravaged by whatever was eating it. My guess is between slugs and earwigs and some flea beetles, because that's what I've predominantly seen around here. So we were able to get some compost today, and we got about, I want to say 1,700 pounds of compost. We got it for about $24, and we actually got it pretty cheap from our landfill. They claim it's pretty organic. We do find some scrap stuff in there, but we just kind of like filter it out. We'll go through it and we'll sift through it, and whatever's left over we use for the garden. So far this is our 3rd load of compost that we've gotten, and it looks like we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9 more loads. I'm not very happy about it, but what can you do? Oh well, let me show you the rest of the garden. Oh, and before I show you the rest of the garden, I have one surprise. We are getting ducks and a goose, all females, because we have 6 female chickens already, and we don't want to cause havoc on our chickens. If you don't know what I mean, Google what happens when you have male ducks with female chickens. It's not fun. Alright, here's an update on the tomatoes. I've been pruning them just to kind of get some of the lower leaves from touching the ground. They have been growing a little bit better since the last time that I did a video. I have been meaning to put out another video, but we are in between figuring out what we're going to do about cameras and stuff, because I have a camera, a Sony, which is pretty good. It's 20.1 megapixels, but the video quality sucks. So it shoots at a 720p, and it looks like your great grandmother's camcorder that you use from 12 years ago. But anyway, so the second bed I have the onions. They have been growing pretty well, and then I have been seeing a lot of pest pressure from aphids on my peas. I did see one ladybug there, which is great. But if we can get a few more ladybugs, that'd be awesome. Oh, let me show you the pumpkin. So, my pumpkin, my sugar baby pumpkin. Oh, hello, spider. Let's see. Yeah, I won't bother you. We have a few female plants or blossoms. That's one. You can see this is called the ovary, and then that's the blossom, obviously, and she opens up really big. This little guy here, that's another female. Oh, this flower, by the way, was huge. She opened up today and it was ginormous. And now here is a male blossom. You can actually snip them off about here and then cook with them. I've never tried it. I want to, but I'm kind of afraid because not all of the male blossoms are opening up at the same time. And I don't want to just have like 2 or 3 blossoms in a salad or whatever. But we have babies, little itty bitty babies here. And if you couldn't tell, I did work in the garden today. I'm holding on to a piece of paper. And so, what did you find? What is it? Is that a rock? Yeah. Can I have that? I gotta throw that out. Thank you. But yeah, and then I have my lilies. I've had these since we moved to this house in about 2016. Is that so surprising? And she's been opening up beautifully. Little girl is smelling the flower. Ah, it smells so good. Oh, I didn't update you guys. This right here, it's our little seed wind chime. So whenever we plant something, or something blooms, or we pick something, we just come over here and we ring the bell. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. We've been ringing it like crazy, and I don't know, I guess it's working or something. But here is she's been blossoming slowly but steadily. Isn't that funny how you work in the garden and you expect some things to just kind of like pop up overnight, and it doesn't work like that. Gardening really tests out your patience, but at the same time, you can't help but just relish in the beauty. So, hey, don't play with that. Playing with dirt. Anyway, okay, so here is my asparagus plant, or plants rather. I got these from Home Depot last month, and they were teeny tiny, and obviously I have to find a spot for them, but we need to find a permanent home for them, because once they go in, they are not coming out. Also, my anasazi beans, I'm still waiting for them to come up. I had them outside, and birds seem to go through the pots and scavenge and grab the seeds or the beans. And so some of the beans were kind of mushy. I don't know why. It's my first time growing those beans, so I don't know if it's just something that happens. But I also started green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, and the red peppers are the Cal Wonder Red Bell Pepper. I don't know if that comes out right. There we go. Cal Wonder Red Bell Pepper. And then we have the Yellow Bell and California Wonder. And I only planted them because Chandler likes bell peppers apparently. I could care less for them. I don't really like bell peppers, but that's what you do for love, right? And then I have Great Northern beans and kidney beans that I had soaked for a few days and decided to put them in. Also, some of my propagated, what do you call it? Suckers. I cut the beefsteak and some Italian basil. Here's the longleaf Italian basil. She smells great. And because you can never have too many tomato plants, I have more. But, oh yeah. And more. And more. And they're rooting. So, I am going to be making, this light. Going to be making some sauce. Not with the beefsteak. Beefsteak is a slicer. The sauce tomatoes are the Romas that I have, and then, or for paste. And then I have the Oregon Spring for the sauce. And so I have here some tomatoes. Well, blossoms. And some of these are dying back. I haven't seen a fruit growing yet. So, it's my first time growing beefsteak. I normally don't grow beefsteaks, but I figured I would. And then this morning I harvested some beans and some peas. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see all my adventures on there too. And so I think that's it. I'll show you here a second my green stalk update. Those things have exploded too. Oh, and one more thing. I figured out why my big garden bed wasn't growing properly. Hold on. Okay, so we are at the big garden bed, and I'm gonna show you what this thing looks like. So on one side of the bed, everything is flourishing. Everything looks great. Look at this overachiever. She looks fantastic. We have some stuff going on, and then boom. Now they were all planted all at the same time. They were all started. They were all sown all together. What I didn't realize was that half the bed was amended this year with more topsoil and compost, and that side wasn't. Well, I didn't realize it. Chandler did. So I kept asking, why is this side of the bed, just kind of stunted and stuff? And so he said that this year we put the rest of the compost on that side of the bed, which is flourishing, and the other side of the bed didn't get anything. So what I did, sorry I keep going around, I took the remainder of the compost that we had and I just kind of topped off the bottoms of these plants. So if you hear that sound, my child is not hyperventilating. That's her just being very excited. You've got dirt everywhere. Garden kids. Anyway, one last thing before I show you the green stalk. was our volunteer pumpkin from Halloween last year. Took a machete and we decided to play Ninja Fruit or Fruit Ninja, whatever. I don't play those games. We decided to play Fruit Ninja and karate chop pumpkins and then give the rest to the girls. The girls, I mean chickens, who have been slacking lately. But anyway, we won't go there. So here is my beautiful green stalk. She is thriving in all of her glory. If you see these little pieces here, it's because I started harvesting, as you can see. And I figured out that I need to plant way more lettuce ASAP because we like sandwiches and we like burgers. I really didn't think about it. But anyway, here's that cantaloupe that I transplanted there. There was a little gem in there and she was not thriving at all, so I just ripped her out and replaced her. And here we have, so all the way around, these are broccolis. And so I was trying to see if I can like do something with the leaves and make like broccoli greens or something. So if you have any idea what to do with them, let me know, because I'd like to use all parts of the plant. But I don't want it to affect the flowering of the actual broccoli head. So if you've ever done it before, let me know, because I would greatly appreciate it. Let me check this thing out. Okay, so it looks like we have some kind of critter that has been eating my broccoli. And I know we have cabbage moths that have been going around and laying their eggs. And if you don't know what that looks like, those little white things, those are cabbage moth eggs. And I sprayed, again, spinous and neem oil. But that's kind of like a repeated kind of thing. And I don't want to do it too much, but at the same time, I don't want to do it too little because I don't want to lose all of my crop again this year like I did last year. So if you have any advice or any kind of little tidbits, just drop them down below. Please give me some feedback. Please give me some input. And so yeah, our chickens have been slacking. So we decided to threaten them with the new ducks that will be coming. And they decided to crank some out. But they're not, laying like they're used to. So, let me check in here. Okay. Alright guys, well, I gave you somewhat of a decent evening walkthrough tour. I'm just walking around and checking on little Miss. She's playing in the straw bale. That's pretty much it for now. I'm trying to upload more content frequently, but we are... Hey, that's the compost bowl. Gross. Ew. Like I said, I'm trying to upload some more stuff more frequently, but I'm also in between trying to figure out how to post things, when to post things, what to post, because my phone has been running out of space. And so I started using Chandler's camcorder, which was actually really good for when he went hunting and stuff. He would use a Canon G something, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but anyway, and my laptop doesn't have an SD slot. That's a really good camera, and I have a lot of content on there that I just shot a couple of days ago, but I'll have to get an adapter for the SD slot to go into the laptop and then upload that and try to figure out what kind of software I'm going to be able to use. Hey, you can't hang on that. Thank you. So it's kind of, it's a learning curve. So I've been posting a lot more on Instagram and just doing the shorts down here at YouTube. I've gotten some feedback. But pretty much I'm just trying to keep everybody updated and just trying to keep track of what we're doing and how far we've gone so far. So I'm excited. I've got some new corn that I'm going to be planting in the in-ground garden, which I think it takes 65 days to mature this one, which would be great because we love corn. But yeah, just let me know if you guys have any ideas or any questions or comments or anything. And you can find me on Instagram. I will leave the link down below. But thank you for hanging out with me this evening and just kind of sharing my adventure. I hope to see you again. Bye.